oh, it's cool that Chris Harris is reaching out to me on the internet. He's so cool. But he doesn't even know who I am, and he wants me to coach for him and work with him as a freaking athlete. Like, what? It'd be the same as if I dumped an athlete for doing that sort of thing, then I went and I did it myself. Like, oh, there's Andrew on Pornhub. Link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. Yo, this topic I've had sitting up here for a little while. I had it sitting up here so that I made sure when I presented it to the computer screen, which you guys, look at me talking to all this time, you get something out of it, you learn something from it, and this time I wanted to put a couple more ideas into it. So I gathered a couple more ideas which bridge off of the topic which I had at hand in the first place. The topic I had at hand in the first place started when I was just doing what I do every day, which I wake up, I jump in the shower. When I jump in the shower, I turn on YouTube and I just start listening to whatever I feel like listening to. On that day, it was Sevan. And although he won't have me on his show, he seems to talk about me quite a bit. And on the show in which he was talking about me this time, it was with a guy named Chris Harris. Say whatever you want about the guy. He's got a pretty cool looking Instagram, does a bunch of workouts, he's freaking jacked, seems rather personable, but then when you listen to him in a long-winded format, he's a little bit more dry, and that's okay too, whatever. The thing that got me is when Sevan brought me up, goes, hey, do you know who this Andrew Hiller guy is? And Chris Harris goes, no.
And do you know who Andrew Hiller is?
No.
I thought, okay, you don't know me, huh? Interesting, this is going to be good. And that's because I'm going to bring some light to something that it seems that you do. Now, last year, I've mentioned a couple times that I qualified for the semifinal. And there was a little bit of downtime between the end of the quarterfinals and the time that semifinal started. And during that, there were some companies reaching out to me saying, hey, do you want to support rep this? And, I'm just going to be doing it in my garage. It's the Atlas games, COVID time, so I'm not going anywhere. You sure you want to do that? But I got one from Chris Harris. I am Chris Harris, big profile. Seemed like it was rather personable. The message said,
it's gotta be biblical.
Hey Andrew, congrats on qualifying for the CrossFit semifinals. I own a CrossFit brand called Move Fast, Lift Heavy, and I'm looking to sponsor semifinal athletes with MFLH clothing. I also run my own coaching company with MFLH, and I'm looking to add athletes coaches to the roster in the near future. Please let me know if you'd be interested in receiving MFLH gear to wear during an event or two at the semifinals. Good luck, and hope to hear from you soon. Chris Harris at Move Fast, Live Heavy. I saw this and I go, interesting. I wonder how many people he sent this to. Didn't say anything about it, didn't make a big deal about it, and I sat on it until he was on the Sevan show.
And like everyone's like, wow, about time someone calls people out on this shit, right? He's really popular.
Oh, damn.
So when he was on the Sevan show, I was like, all right, man, you don't know me? I knew you didn't know me. I had a feeling that it wasn't you who sent that, but now I know it wasn't you who sent that. So you're lying. You're either lying about the fact that it's you behind that freaking phone sending these messages to people, or you're lying about the fact that you know me. It's one of the two. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just forgot that you sent this message to me? Sure, that's possible, but that means that you sent it to a bunch of other people too, which also is just you fishing for random people that you haven't looked into, that you probably don't even believe in, and it's just something that is very off-settling to me. You're gonna reach out to whoever you want and just, hey, if you take the bait, I'm looking for athletes and coaches. Wear my shirt, come aboard. I'm not a big fan of this sort of thing.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down.
Maybe that's just the way that I am, and maybe I don't have 171,000 followers on the internet, but I'm not going to go fishing for people to support my stuff that I don't even know. And then if I did want to do that sort of thing, I would get to know the people, so that when I was asked a question on a live show with a bunch of people watching it, I'd say, oh yeah, I know that guy. I asked for him to represent my brand last year, 8 months ago. Not even that long ago. So this time, when I make the freaking clip art that says Christian Harris is a liar, he's a liar. You know what? He got me thinking. I told you I want to talk about more than just that. I want to talk about this in general. So there are these coaches and these industries who have these people working for them, and I know that there are the big industries, the companies, the training methodologies. It's not just move fast, lift heavy. It's the big ones. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be purposely vague. So unlike this where I have concrete proof, I'm going to be vague because I don't want to get myself in trouble.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down.
But I know for a fact that there are companies out there, you all know them, who have athletes under them that don't do the programming. They merely pay these athletes, and they pay these athletes to wear their crap, say they do the program, and then they do their own programming. And every single one of you people think that this person is a blah, blah, blah athlete. They're not. They're not working with whomever they say they're working with. They're just wearing the stuff, posting the crap to the internet. And it happens at every spectrum. So it works for them. They make their however much money a year. And it's happening at the lower level. And it's happening with brands, and there's brands working out to athletes of my caliber where I have a couple thousand followers and some people who look at my crap. And I'm like little fish, real little fish. But I know some people who are bigger fish than me. Maybe they have 4 times to 10 times the amount of followers that I've had. And they get reached out to a lot more. And I always hear those people talking about it. So I've got some more stuff here. And like I told you, I'm going to be purposefully vague. What it appears these companies do is they latch on to people with some clout. I've talked about how I want some clout, but I want clout to do good stuff. I want to spread a good message. Messages like the one I'm spreading here. These athletes are now using their clout to help out these companies. It's because these companies pay them, and you really can't blame them for doing that. And I also blocked out these athletes' names and whatever, but it does show you the followers. It shows you the amount of posts. Go figure it out if you want. Waste your freaking time. It's not the idea. I'm not trying to get the athlete in trouble.
Vengeance. That's what you think this is about? Vengeance? I had 10 years for vengeance, if that's what I wanted.
What I am trying to show you to do is that the companies use an athlete. You don't even know if it's that athlete behind the screen, just like it wasn't Chris Harris behind the screen, apparently, reaching out to me. And this athlete goes, hey, blank. Crossed out the person's name that I sent it to as well. Checking to see if you got my message, and if you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, thank you. Does that sound sincere? Sure, it sounds kind of sincere. The reason I'm putting this out is so that you know there's some crap going on behind the scenes. They're not just reaching out to you and saying, hey, I really want you to be part of this big, huge thing. They're saying, I'm being paid by this company to gather some people because I got an image, and if you see me reaching out to you, it might have a little bit more salt to it than if they reached out to you directly. My first run-in with one of these things, I believe I was 17 years old. I was working at a Globo gym, and there was this company that I'd never heard of, and there was this trainer at this gym who walked up and he goes, hey, you work out a bunch. You want to be part of this big thing that I'm working with? It's called blank insert brand here. I had never heard of it, but they did supplements. And part of this whole thing was he goes, hey, you're going to work under me. And, I work under this guy, and we're all working as a team, and we all want to get everyone moving up. And all you got to do is you got to buy this influx of supplements, and then you got to sell them to people. And then you buy more, and then you sell them to people, and you're going to make a living. It's going to be awesome. And you're only 17. Imagine where you're going to be when you're my age. I think he was 32. I don't want to be where this guy's at when he's 32. I'd rather be sitting in my garage talking shit on the internet. And I don't talk shit about you on the internet. I'm only 30. Who knows where I'm going to be talking shit in 2 years? But then he goes, you get an iPad. And at the age of 17, I was like, I'd like an iPad. And he goes, it's only $500 and you get an iPad. I was like, oh my God, an iPad costs $400. I get that and I get all these supplements I get to sell. But then you look into the fine print and you see that you got to keep on buying these supplements. Every month you got to buy. And that's how the companies work. They get these people in, they buy the supplements, and they hope you sell them. Do they care if you sell them? No. If you do, sure, it could end up working out well for you. And it also helps you get somebody under you, and then they get someone under them, because then you're making a cut. And that is the definition of a pyramid scheme. And I'm not saying that I am Chris Harris or this other example that I already showed, a pyramid scheme, but it is clear that they aren't really even running their pages or working for themselves or even knowing who the hell they're reaching out to. They're just kind of casting a net on this huge thing that we call the internet and seeing who bites. And if I'm going to put this out, and if it gets a couple thousand views, maybe there's a couple people in there who have had this sort of thing happen to them, or maybe they've had people reach out to them, and maybe at some point they thought, oh, this is really cool, I could be a blah 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 ambassador. Here's an email from another athlete from a similar brand, different brand, similar brand.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down.
Stumbled upon your Instagram account and it looks like you're absolutely killing it. I work for a brand called Blah, and I'd love to hook you up with a Blah ambassador. If you're down, below is a quick guideline of what we'd be able to offer you. 25% off our product for life, 10% off any sale you send to your followers, and get 15% off of their orders. I have access to an ambassador dashboard where you can create a custom code and share with your followers. We think you'd be an awesome brand ambassador and would love the opportunity to work together. P.S. If you'd like to move forward with a collab, please reply to this email letting us know. We'll be back with you for further information. Now, mind you, this is just something else to a different athlete. This is happening everywhere all the time. They're just hoping that you bite. The bottom line for the products that the companies are selling, they can really take the hit on having a couple people sell the things if they're going to be able to have these athletes sell them to a bunch of other people. They don't really care.
It doesn't matter
If you get 25% off for life, because they're still making 25% on their protein powder or whatever it is they're selling. You can have your own link, so you can click on the link in my bio, and then you're so cool. Link in my bio brings you to my YouTube channel so that you can find out not to click on the link in other people's bio. Now, it is helpful if you need a discount on something that you like. We say that. So if you know a company where you like to use something, and for a long time, my fiance worked at a company called Bucked Up, and I always liked their stuff. So if people wanted to go get 20% off Bucked Up, go to her freaking profile, click the link, and get your 20% off. It's no skin off anybody's back, and the company's making money. And if that is the way that you want to proceed with all of this, that's fine by me. But everyone should at least have the wherewithal to know that it's just a weird, schemy, icky thing that I've never really liked to hear of or be a part of. Now when people like Chris Harris are presented with my name.
Oh, damn.
And I see that he actually reached out to me on the internet and offered me part of a coaching team. He wants me to be a coach for him at some point, but he doesn't even know who the hell I am. What is that? That's so weird. Oh, it's cool that Chris Harris is reaching out to me on the internet. He's so cool. But he doesn't even know who I am, and he wants me to coach for him and work with him as a freaking athlete. Like, what? And while we're on the subject of brands, I got another one. So we've gone from Chris Harris to other athlete representing brand to other brand emailing athlete to brand reaching out to athlete that they work with and telling them that they're not going to work with them anymore because of the stuff that they're posting to their profile.
I'm just getting warmed up. This is Von Clausewitz shit. Total fucking war.
So this athlete would post some, I guess you could call them promiscuous photos on their profile, on their Instagram profile. They would post the promiscuous photos, women empowerment sort of thing, 30 or 40,000 followers at the time, has more than that now. And this is actually a story that I heard a while back. So in the time in which this athlete was posting these photos that were promiscuous, you could say, and they'd been working with this brand for about 6 to 8 months, if I remember correctly. I only have one screenshot of an email from this athlete. The brand got to them about that 6 to 8 month point in, and they said, you have followed the requirements as requested, and you look great in our gear, but due to the content we are seeing, we are unfortunately not to be continuing with another quarter. We could chat about continuing if it is deleted and agreed to no more content like that, but I am sure that is not something that you would like to do, nor do I expect it. You are beautiful and I worked hard and deserve to post, but as you wish, I hope you can understand that as a brand, we have to be careful with our content. That is all well and good. So when I was presented with this, the first point a long time ago, I thought, okay, whatever, it is a brand, they have an image, they don't want this sort of stuff promoting their image, and it should make sense. I disregarded it. It was only a month later that this exact brand came out with an underwear line. It was an underwear line. People who were promoting the underwear line had hundreds of thousands of followers. So the person that they had dumped was in the mid 50s, 40s, 50s of thousands of followers. And then you look at the people with 4, 5, 600,000 followers now on this brand's page wearing very similar apparel to what the athlete who they had dumped was wearing on their own profile. And it just gives you like this horrible taste in your mouth. Yes, you can understand that if I'm running a fitness company and I have an athlete representing me, I don't want them on Pornhub. Like, I don't want you on Pornhub. That makes sense. This athlete wasn't doing that. This athlete was just posting some pictures of a photo shoot that they were doing with some lingerie on. That was it. Nothing terrible. It'd be the same as if I dumped an athlete for doing that sort of thing, then I went and I did it myself. Like, oh, there's Andrew on Pornhub. It's like, wait a minute, you just fired me because I was doing that. Like, now you're on it? Does that make much sense? I don't think it makes very much sense. It doesn't seem very fair. It seems like they're playing favoritisms on the number of followers that you have. That person that I fired because they were doing the thing that I ended up doing, if they had 1 million followers, nope, you're good. I can't fire you because you're too cool. You bring too much to me, so I can't get rid of you. It's just playing favoritisms. And again, perhaps that's just the way it is, but that doesn't mean that it's right, and that doesn't mean that we can't talk about it. And I have a way to see through the crap right away because I've been exposed to so much of it at this point in my life. As I've said before, I'm like that old guy sitting on his porch like, get off my lawn, kids, get off my lawn.
Vengeance. That's what you think this is about? Vengeance? I had 10 years for vengeance, if that's what I wanted.
Don't offer me your stupid ambassador deals, and I don't want to do that collab with you. Because while there is a place for those things, hearing Chris Harris when he says, I don't know who you are.
No.
That a lot of them are disingenuous. So I presented you here, not with just the Chris Harris situation, but with 2 other supplement companies and apparel company that I know of personally, and if I want to do a little bit more digging into my freaking cell phone, I could probably find even more, because I know a lot of people who have a lot of followers, and they have a lot of links in their bio. I'm sure they were presented with more opportunities to have even more links in their bio. Doesn't it just sound ridiculous when you have to hear that over and over again? Link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. And let me finish again by saying that if it's good for everybody, and you're making money, and they're making money, and everyone's happy, then Andrew, shut the fuck up. I would like to give you a chance to at least tell me to shut up. Tell me to shut up because you already know these things. There's going to be 50 comments in the comments section, and I bet half of them say, yeah, I know. Now, how about the other people who didn't know? They deserve a right to know. Andrew, as a 17-year-old, insert your way of thinking into whomever's head is watching this video at this point in time, and that is my goal in this video. Give yourself the ability to think for yourself. If you like this sort of thing, subscribe to the channel. Click on the other videos where I'm talking about people doing shitty reps. This one's about companies possibly doing shitty and things behind the scenes. I'm here to bring it all down.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gonna be biblical.
Maybe not bring it down, but just bring light to the stuff where there's darkness. Andrew Hiller, out.